this game, my goal is to become the most powerful rogue in the world, and my first mission is kill this bear. I remember, for me to become the most powerful rogue in the world, I must use my abilities, take revenge on his bear. I sneak up to get the backstab. Now I must remember my training. Stun, backstab, again, and then finish him with a stun gun. Miss, 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 parry, miss, miss, parry. After my tremendous failure, I get a strange message from a guy named Master Shameful, the greatest rogue in the world, telling me he will train me in Orgrimmar. To travel there, I must take the bat to Undercity, the capital of the undead race. It's built under the old capital of the human kingdom, but this guy killed them all and turned them into totally not zombies. Then they decided to build their new city in the sewers. Imagine the smell of this place, probably worse than Asmongold's room. I left and jumped on the blimp, taking me across the ocean to Kalimdor, and arrived to the city of Orgrimmar, the capital of the Horde. I enter Orgrimmar and meet this master, the greatest rogue on Azeroth, and he sent me off to the Barrens, telling me to master the blade I must master the desert. So I came searching quests from the locals. And my first mission was kill 12 Quillboar. I got to their outpost and found my first Quillboar. The tactic to kill these guys is to stand still, hit them until their health bar goes down to 0, and then find another one, stand still and hit them until their health bar goes down to 0. And that's how you kill almost every enemy in the entire game. And after spending almost 50 hours doing this, you will start seeing health bars in real life. It is still very fun. The game is good. Please play it. It's really fun. I recommend playing this game. I walk back after completing my first mission to see what's next. Kill more Quillboar, okay? I returned to take the next quest. Kill more Quillboar. After spending a couple of hours genociding the local Quillboar population, I was able to level up. Every time you level up, you'll get a point to spend on 3 different skill trees, which will make your character stronger. And each of the 9 classes has 3 of them. So I'm gonna explain all the classes for no reason. The Warlock has a government-mandated demon GF. Priest, they're locked up for touching kids. All mages have ADHD. Druids are furries. Shamans are closeted furries. The Hunter is the most brain-dead person you will ever meet. Paladins are played exclusively by 55-year-old men with beards. The Rogue is obviously the most attractive and intelligent person you will ever meet. The Warrior is a peak male specimen who consumes over 5,000 calories each day, or else they're gonna drop dead. Down to a town called Ratchet. When I get to the town, I look in the mailbox and find Master Shameful has sent me a message sending me on my first trial. He wants me to kill a legendary parrot named Polly and steal what's inside a locked box on a pirate ship. And if I was able to do this, he would send me on a top secret mission, and found the location of the pirate ship and got on it. I entered and saw the parrot. He was too powerful for me to kill, so I snuck past him to get to the locked box. Opened, and all it contained was a letter from Master Shameful, and read the letter. You must kill the bird named Polly, which name is totally not a reference. The song Polly on the hit 1991 record Nevermind by Nirvana. At that moment, I had no idea how I could possibly kill this legendary elite bird. There's nothing I could do. What could this bird named Polly possibly want? So I could distract her. And then I remembered what my master said. Polly wants a cracker. So I went back to the town of Ratchet, bought a box of crackers, fed them to the bird. At that moment, he was distracted, so I was able to kill her. And then Master Shameful called me back to Orgrimmar so we could meet in person once again. He showed me the top secret assassin handshake, which I needed to use on my secret mission. I must go east and meet a black dwarf by a tower. He would tell me the rest. I got to the tower and showed him the secret handshake, and he gave me the instructions, telling me the people in the tower are enemies of the assassins. I needed to kill and steal their things and cut off their heads, so I got in and killed them all. The dwarf then told me to head back to Master Shameful for my next mission. He was very pleased with the increase of my power. He told me to the south of Orgrimmar there's an alliance castle. I needed to steal runes located in this castle, which will give me new powerful abilities. I need to find a way to get up there. Next to the building, I see a small hill, which I climb up and jump down on the roof on top of the building and get the box. And I open it and see what the rune is. Saber Slate. It's really bad. I hear the voice of Master Shameful again. Are you telling me there's a second rune in the pirate camp? But to get it, I need to blow up a bomb. Get to the pirate camp and need to find something to light the TNT. Then I remembered that pirates are famous for smoking crack. I mean pipes. I just need to pickpocket their lighter. I got one. Just lighting the bomb and looting it. I hope I get a good rune this time. Oh, after getting these amazing runes, Master Shinfall spoke to me once again, sent me off to Stone Talon Mountains to find a corrupt gnome who was plotting against the rogues. I entered the zone and talked to the first people standing there, where I met this woman, telling me the people in the refuge probably knows the location of this gnome, and if I wanted to gain their trust, I needed to help them by killing some spiders. She gave me the location of the Spider Queen, and I walked into this passage, killing spiders along the way, and with the help of a fellow adventurer, I was able to get the Spider Queen. The people of the refuge was very happy with my work, killing off all the spiders, and told me there's a goblin living on the outskirts of Windshare Creek in a small house. He probably knows the location of this gnome. I went down and met this goblin who lived in a small house. He told me the venture company had assigned this gnome leader of the local deforesting operation. He knew the location of this gnome. He was not gonna tell me unless I help him first. He told me to steal the schematics to the deforesting machines, and if I did that, he would tell me the location. So I went into the goblin camps and killed them until I found the schematics. And then he sent me off to Ratchet to find a guy who can actually read them, where I walked showing it to the other gnome. I could probably just have used the flight path back to the goblin and showed him the schematics, and he told me the location of the gnome, on top of a large steel structure. Who would have thought the gnome lived up there? But he warned me, the gnome is infected with a virus from the disaster of Gnomeground. Sneaking past the guards, I was able to kill him and jump back to the refuge, where I hear the voice of Master Shinfall in my head once again, telling me I need to help the people of the refuge as a final test before sending me back to Arathi Highlands to take revenge on this bear. He must train me so I can finally kill my arch enemy, bears. And I need to do my hardest mission yet, kill 20 harpies. And you might think, how is this the hardest mission you have gone on? Because for some reason, the developers decided to make 3 different birds who look exactly the same, and I only have to kill one of them who somehow never spawns, and they will be surrounded by more of these birds. And also, there are like 5 other people squeezed into this area trying to kill the same 5 birds. I continued farming birds until I saw an evil alliance player, a warlock minding his own business, and heard the voice of Master Shinfall telling me you must always kill players who are farming mobs. So I backstab him. Backstab, double stab, double stab. I get scared, and he runs away letting his pet kill me. Let's pretend this didn't happen. 99.9% of you guys aren't subscribed. Please subscribe. It's free. I finally killed all the birds, where I heard the voice of my master once again, telling me I need to kill all the furries, so he sent me off to an alliance camp to the north, which is full of druids. Listening to my master, I killed my way over to the alliance camp, where an alliance unprovoked attacked me while I was killing mobs. I would never do such a thing. Absolutely disgraceful. These alliance players are totally honorless. After all the peaceful druids were dead, I got mail from Master Shinfall telling me he was pleased with me killing the gnome, and told me I was finally ready to take revenge on the bear in Hillspread Foothill. I flew back to Orgrimmar, took the blimp to the place I left so long ago, 100 times stronger than I once was. I arrived to the village where I once started, but I didn't know if I was strong enough. I must remember my training. I found the bear. I killed him. It was pretty easy actually. I heard from the village chief that the Alliance had kidnapped a couple of Horde soldiers and sent them off to their castle. And these soldiers had deep information on the Alliance war effort. And if I could get their information, we could easily kill all the Alliance soldiers in the entire area and stop them from advancing towards the undead capital. Or in simple terms, I needed to kill as many Alliance scum as possible. I killed my way into the prison, stealing the keys from their dead bodies and freeing the prisoners. Returning to the village, I talked to the former prisoners and told me there's an Alliance settlement to the west, where plenty of Alliance civilians lived, killing all the farmers to cut off the food supply to the soldiers, and also the peasants, because fuck poor people. One of them told me the location of the city mayor, who was hiding inside of his office surrounded by guards. So I teamed up with a fellow Horde soldier, killing the guards and finishing off the mayor. And then the voice of Master Shinfall told me my next mission is to poison a dog. I don't know if I can do that. And I stopped for a second. I must have killed hundreds of people, but an innocent dog is too far. Then the voice said, to become the ultimate killing machine, you need to have no remorse. I listened to the voice and killed this innocent dog. Before leaving the village, I killed even more civilians. Luckily, there's no war crimes in this world. Hee. Went back to the Horde camp, telling them of my recent victories. They were surprised of my great success and told me to totally destroy any chance of them continuing to live there. I needed to destroy the blacksmith. So I snuck in, killed the workers, so they had no chance but to leave the area behind. The villagers wanted me to celebrate by making some delicious turtle stew. So I needed to kill some endangered turtles. So I went out hunting. And then, out of nowhere, a fucking Skull Elite dragon came and one-shot me. And then respawning, he had disappeared into thin air. What is this supposed to mean? I gave the turtle meat to the chef and he made some delicious soup. The voice of the master was still urging me to kill more alliance scum. And I talked to the mayor, who told me about traitors who had surrendered to the alliance and I needed to kill them before they could give vital information about the war. And he said the only people who knows their location are some priests located in the village. So I snuck back in, killed them, and they told me there's a small military base to the north next to the old Dalaran bubble. I snuck in and found the prisoners, killed them, and left no witnesses, because traitors to the horde doesn't deserve a second chance. The guards were as guilty as the prisoners, so I started killing them. Some of the guards had a shield that would reflect all your damage, and I don't want to tell you how many times I died to these guys. It's not even funny. They would get down to like 5% HP, and out of nowhere I would die in 1 second. I died so many times, literally my entire armor broke. I spent 2 hours doing this stupid quest, and what did I get in return? 30 silver. I heard the voice of my master once again, and he was thirsting for more alliance blood. So I teamed up with a cow and an orc to assault the dwarf bunker to the east. In there we needed to find the leader. After a bit of searching, we found him in the literally worst place possible, surrounded by 2 guards and 1 patrol, and we can't kill them all at the same time. I tried. We were able to hide in the corner to kill the patrol soldier, luckily somehow be able to pull the boss individually and kill him, and then returning to the village, my master had sent me mail congratulating me on finally being able to beat this bear and wanted me to get a very powerful rune in Shadowfang Keep. He wanted me to understand the danger of this mission, but I was ready to steal the deadly brew poison, which could kill anyone it struck, and if I get it, I would become ultimately powerful. In the message he said I need to find a box in a small house outside of Shadowfang Keep first, so I got there and opened the box. In the box was another letter telling me I need to steal a horn from the stables, so I entered the keep and sneak past the first guards without them seeing me, and then open the door into the courtyard, enter the stables and see the box. But I noticed it's locked, but the key to the box is held by a woman in the cafeteria, so I sneak deeper into the castle and find her standing on that podium. So I pickpocket it from her, sneak back and unlock the box, taking the horn, carefully sneaking past all the enemies, getting out of the castle and putting the horn in the box. Now I must wait for a second message in the mail, so I leave.
5 years later.
I just got the mail about the box, so I head back once again, where I get the legendary rune. Now I have all the power I could possibly need to defeat any of my enemies. I return to the village, where I get more mail from my master. He tells me in the mountains there's a place called Ravenhall Manor, which holds the greatest assassins around the world. If I follow the path up the mountain, I will meet them. So I walked and saw a guard.
Greedy. Watch your back, stranger.
Okay, rude. I walked through the cave and entered the manor, where I met the leader. He taught me how to do more damage using the abilities I already had, so I can kill my enemies even faster than before. The master of Ravenhall Manor told me to test out my new abilities. He said, go to Arafa Highlands to kill the ogres, the most powerful race in all of Azeroth. So I entered their lair and I was able to kill them all without even trying. Once again, I returned to the village and got more mail from my master, giving me my final challenge. I must go to the land of Desolate and kill the ultimate demon lord, who's hiding somewhere, and once he's dead, I will have proven my power. Once again, taking the blimp back to Kalimdor and entering Desolate, a barren wasteland destroyed by the centaurs. I walk into the first village, looking for any information about this demon lord. They told me if I help them, they will help me to find him. So they said, eradicate the local centaurs overrunning the land and they will give me some information. There are 2 clans in the area and we need to make them fight each other by killing their leader and destabilizing them, blaming it on the other group. So I sneaked into their village, found their leader and assassinated him in the dead of night. After helping out the village, they told me there's a man to the north by an old tower who knows the location of the dark demon. Follow the path north to the shoreline where I saw an old elvish tower and a man was standing over there. He said he didn't believe I was powerful enough to kill this demon, so he told me to kill some naga to prove my strength. So I jumped into the water and killed these fish. Finally told me the location of the demon in the biggest temple on the hill. You can summon the demon by touching a stone. So I used my sneaking skills to get inside of the walls, past all the guards and into the temple, clearing out all my enemies. I summoned the demon and defeated him. When I heard the voice of my master, you're finally ready for the final part of your mission, to kill Ragnaros, which I will do in the next part if this video is a success. And 99% of you guys are not subscribed. If you watch the full video, subscribe.